Me too.
I'm going to get my stickers out.
Okay.
So they're placed there.
All right, what are we doing with those?
And we don't know yet. You know,
Can I stick one?
You okay with that?
What am I okay with? How am I doing it? Come on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Buddies in the Buff.
Wow.
Episode 10.
But we have to do this. And 1, 2, 3.
Woo! We're here. We're back.
We're over animated.
We are, because we it's been so long.
It has
I feel
been
like
very, very long.
I feel like it's been like a year, right?
And you know who to look at now. We put cameras over our shoulders. She can look at the camera or me.
I'll definitely look at the camera
For those deadpan
if I have
looks
a choice.
of like we're on The Office of some sort. I would like to promote something. We have stickers now. And we're going to go back to the 70s. That if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to her address, just send it to her email address. You will be sent a nice hologram sticker. Compliments SCTV 3D.
Is it going to show the holograph?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are special.
See the specialness.
You can put them like on your car as a bumper sticker.
You can put it on toilet seats.
You can put it on your laptop.
You can pee on us on a toilet seat if you've got bad aim and it's late at night.
Stick it on your best friend's head.
True.
Yeah. There's so many uses for this thing.
It's a stencil for a tattoo.
Oh, it's also a pasty.
A pasty.
A perfect.
But that'll take 2 self-addressed stamped envelopes.
Exactly.
Sent to this address.
So today what are you eating, Chris?
I'm having yogurt and I'm having a almond butter and raspberry sandwich.
On glutinous bread.
On Brian's Brute Man.
Brian's? Ooh.
Whatever it's called. Brute Man stuff.
What?
It's delicious and I'm excited about it.
And I'm having...
which will be now probably the first topic. Hello there, Cameron.
Well, now this is... I'm having some red lentil pasta with mushrooms.
Oh, I didn't ask. What are you having?
Of course you're not asking.
What is that?
Red lentil pasta with mushrooms.
It looks like a trough.
And dairy-free cheese. A trough?
Are you grass-fed? Is that what that is right
There's no meat in here, so... Nothing in this has been eating any grass.
That is to decide from the viewers... But I don't have a camera on that.
That is a mushroom. And some iced coffee.
And your $50 jug that you bought.
This isn't 50. This was from Target. This was probably $25.
Oh, that's right. That's the difference between the Stanley Cup and that. That's the $25 one. The Starbucks one that everybody was going fanatical about.
No, it's the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not It's the Stanley Cup. But this is not the There's so many of these.
I'm trying to find a subject I can talk about so I can have a bite of food while she talks.
Excuse me?
So tell me about that cup.
The hot gift drawing screams and sobs of joy.
She wanted a Stanley Cup.
And all this hysteria over a cup.
I got a Stanley!
The Stanley Quencher Cup, that is. Sold in over 100 different colors, the $45 reusable bottles are flying off shelves. The hashtag Stanley Cup racking up 6.7 billion views on TikTok, with videos of fans collecting them, decorating them, naming them, even camping out for them.
So it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
People lining up overnight at Starbucks and Target stores to snag a limited edition version.
I got mine in blue!
Aaliyah and Sarai Dives cups runneth over after unwrapping theirs on Christmas morning.
Why are you so obsessed with these cups?
So, everyone in school basically has them. Usually I don't drink a lot of water, but like when I have this cup, I drink like more water.
Believe it or not, the Stanley brand has been around for more than a century. These cups used to be favored among construction workers, but in 2017, after a popular mommy blog posted about them, the company introduced new pastel colors, and sales skyrocketed from 73 million in 2019 to 750 million last year.
Tell me about that cup.
Actually, this brings up a topic I have here. So, Chris sent me a text. He saw this. I don't remember what the reference was. You saw this. What do you do? You saw this cup, and you said, "Oh, following a trend follower." Or something. Which is funny because actually it's a topic, so it's perfect. It's a perfect segue to. Are you a trend follower?
Are you here? Or
are you a trend follower?
Looking at text.
No, this is my topic. So what are you talking about? So, are you a trend follower? Now, it's funny because this is a trend right now, like the Stanley Cups, but this is not an actual Stanley Cup. This thing is amazing because it keeps everything hot and cold. And the thing with me, I gotta eat, by the way. So the thing with me is I'm not necessarily like a so-called trend follower. I follow, I'm going to say a follow. If I find something out that I like it. If I don't, I don't. This is just really cool because it fits in the cup holder, right?
I mean, that's the point.
And it keeps things cold and hot. This will, till tomorrow, I'm telling you, this ice will remain in here till tomorrow.
Oh,
but some of the Stanleys are actually quite ugly.
Oh, yeah.
They're like very bright white. I don't think white is ugly, but I mean, it's not.
Well, that was the point, is that you had there's 1,000 versions, but the ones that sold were the pastels.
Right, and then the ones that were left over, they were like sold out for a while, and the only ones you could find were like the white ones or gray ones or something. But that's a question to you. Now, for you, are you a trend follower?
You're asking me a question while I eat.
Yeah, you're a trend follower, eating your peanut butter and jelly.
Last time I was a trend follower was when I bought Peter Frampton's Come Alive album.
All right, we're flying. We're in Kansas City for the largest rock concert ever held here at Arrowhead Stadium. You can put yourself right in this picture, running into the stadium to get the best spot on the field. You run, you stumble, you tumble with your cooler, your blanket, and your frisbee, and it's worth it. You stake your claim and you get ready for 6 or 7 hours of the kind of music that fills you up like a good meal. You're wedged in like a sardine, but you love it because Peter Frampton is sensational.
Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. Now I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby, divine sign she's delivered. I know,
Because everybody did it.
Is that why you did it, though? Mm-hmm. You did it because everyone else did.
Yep.
Really?
I'm usually ahead of the curve, and then you watch it become a trend. Mm-hmm. Because of my interesting brain process. Oh,
interesting. I like the word interesting. You know why? Because interesting is not always good.
It's not weird.
It can mean...
Oh, weird's good, but interesting is not good.
Interesting can be bad. Interesting isn't always a positive thing. Something can be interesting but be horrible, too, at the same time. So the fact that you said interesting brain, actually, it's a perfect word for your brain, I think. Because it's a mystery.
I guess you'll have to guess what she's saying when she talks today. Guess what she's talking about.
Oh, my gosh.
We didn't have a name for the company. So we find the name by a stupid thing that nobody can believe. In a billboard it says guess, big, and very small along the billboard, what is in a new Big Mac? And one of my brothers said, that's it, we're going to call the company Guess. Nobody speaks English, so except Maurice. Maurice said, if you use the word guess, you have to put a question mark. And that guess became guess with a question mark, and Maurice put it in a red triangle. It's as simple as that.
That was the first step. Soon, Guess became the name on their headquarters building on Olympic Boulevard.
Okay, buddies.
Well, at least I'm trend setting as opposed to following.
This
with
is not
shirt.
A trend. I think Guess is not a trend anymore. It used
Guess
to be.
if there's boobies under there, or you just put food on your shirt. I think
no, did I?
Next to the J lower. J low. Oh, J lower.
J lower. Don't show my boobs. No. Okay, yeah. So I think the thing with the trend thing, yeah, to me it's like, if it's good, it's good. I'm gonna like it. If it's not, it's not. I'm not gonna like something that's a trend. I think the ego-driven minds tend to want to say, oh, I'm not gonna like that because it's a trend. I'm not gonna follow. Like it's like a control thing. Like I'm not gonna like what everybody else like. That's the ego. But then the other side of the spectrum is like the acceptance, the people-pleasing side of the spectrum, where it's like, I'm gonna follow this so that I will be liked. So really, being like neutral, right in the middle is where to be. So you could see things and be objective.
Okay, you crossed into from trend.
That's, well, yeah.
Okay. So what I talk about is branding.
Well,
why are we branding ourselves?
Branding.
We are, right? But
branding.
But I don't work for Guess.
Branding.
I don't work for Nike. I don't work for Gucci and Gabbana or whatever that thing is that y'all wear with CC.
Gucci and Cabana?
Hoochie and banana, I call it.
Gucci and banana?
Yeah,
Gucci and banana?
that's how much I remember it and think about that because it's just a brand. And to pay for somebody else's vision is like walking around with a piece of art that they created.
So?
With their name signature
See, this
blown
is the
up.
ego. This is the ego side.
No, it's not an ego. Blowing up the signature of an art piece is ridiculous to me. It's a signature. Van Gogh. Why don't I walk around with Van Gogh on me?
Oh,
the word Van Gogh.
Says the man in a Buddies in a Buff t-shirt.
Yeah, because I'm branding myself.
So, don't you want other people to brand you too? Wouldn't it be cool to have other people walk around with your shirt on?
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
but that's it. I didn't design the shirt.
Do you give and take?
I didn't design the shirt. The logo.
It's a logo.
Why are we selling the logo?
Why are
so more people will buy the shirt because of the logo.
Right. So, and your point.
That's my point. Why? What's the point?
Guess boobies?
Why isn't just a shirt without the word guess on it?
Because it looks cool. I like it. I like the triangle. I like it. I like the colors.
Let me show you something.
You know what? It could be anything. It could say anything. It could say, Chris, you have an interesting brain. If I like the shirt, I like the shirt. Why? Where? The Invisible Man's back. He's back. Okay, so I guess I'm now having a podcast with the Invisible Man.
I'm the Invisible Man. I'm the Invisible Man.
Which is much more interesting.
42 years ago, I did the same thing. 42 years ago, Crew 21, 22.
Copy guessed.
Strong image recognition. They soon understood the importance of expanding the brand in new categories in order to create a true lifestyle brand. The Marcianos continued their brand expansion as they partnered with key licensees to include watches, children's wear, eyewear, underwear, jeanswear, shoes, accessories, houseware, and a range of other products.
That was, you know what, that was a band I created when I was 18 with a bunch of college guys. Yeah, no. Who knows if they copied me?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But look at the upside down triangle. That's funny to me because I was branding ourselves.
So you like the upside down triangle?
Yeah, but I didn't make the hat. I didn't design the hat.
Yeah.
I just designed the logo so you would come see the band. I don't need to promote
Trucker hats?
Company. Here we go.
You don't even know.
U.S. app. U.S. cap. Why didn't it just say U.S. cap? That's redundant. U.S. cap logo on a U.S. cap.
You are thinking way too much about this.
No, exactly. And you're skirting out of the conversation.
No, I'm not. I just think
you're
being silly.
Look at that. Why doesn't it just say U.S. cap?
I think you're focusing on, like, the wrong things in life. I think it's just too much. Like, let's focus on something that really is interesting and makes a difference in this world. Speaking of, well, I have a lot of topics here, so I don't know if we're going to get through them all. I hope you have topics. I want to talk about, Chris, what did you do on New Year's Eve? What kind of fun did you have? Anything exciting? No?
No. Because I didn't have to.
Exactly.
For the first time.
That's great.
For the first time, I didn't have to be somewhere else, be paid to be somewhere else, analyze other people's crowds, listen to people complain, just the last 5 years of my life, listen to people complain at a club about being closed by a certain time or not open long enough or bad food or what, good food, bad food, whatever it was. I didn't have to deal with that, and it was such a relief to not have to do that this year. It's beautiful.
So you stayed home?
Yeah.
In other words. So
didn't have to answer the door and give out candy?
Yeah, I think it's so overrated going out New Year's.
Overrated.
I just stayed home too with my kitties.
It's a young man's sport.
You know, I've never been into it, even as a young person. Were you into partying though?
Oh, God,
back then? Yeah, you got drunk. See, I was never into that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just not my vibe. It's one of those things where it's like everybody does it at once. Like you can party like that any time of the year you want.
Yeah.
Without the huge crowds and the drunks and out in the road driving and stuff, right?
You can do that any night.
You could do that tonight. You could do it.
But once again, the world
Celebrates
loves
together.
and has checkpoints through life. I can't wait till next week. I think it's next Monday. Oh my God! Woo! Martin Luther King Day. Yeah!
What are you doing for that?
Listening to Puff Daddy's album.
Why do we not?
Stevie Wonder's album.
Why do we not do something like interesting on Martin Luther King, like celebrate in it?
Because it's our newest holiday.
No, but like we have Christmas, and I've said before we should put up a tree like you do at Christmas. Put up a tree in your house, a king palm, king palm, and decorate it.
I don't think Christmas had better branding for many more years than Martin Luther King did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she's not kidding.
Jesus.
She is not kidding right
Jesus
now. We have...
you.
We have a producer.
You have a producer.
So we're watching us right now and making sure we're keeping everything ethically correct.
You have...
Spiritually...
I didn't get this memo.
Enlightened.
For Buddies in the Buff that we have a new producer here. I never got this memo.
Kathy Lee, Regis, Gilman. Gilman!
Oh, I'm so
Gilman.
glad I'm not Regis.
Gilman! This is Gilman, everyone. Compliments my sister. She gave me Gilman, and he's been watching over us. Let's just put it over her.
He's the wrong ethnicity.
She needs the spiritual lightning, but that really looks more like.
Do I really?
That looks more like my brother-in-law. Calling it.
Maybe it is.
Anyway, he'll be watching over and baptizing this entire event of festivity.
There's not going to be water
Especially
involved.
When she finally takes her clothes off.
Not going to be water involved, is there? I didn't sign up for that.
The Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm. I know, he keeps coming back.
Oh my God, it's like he's left.
So, as far as New Year's, I have to choke every freaking episode, man. Every episode.
We have a plan.
Woo! Okay. As far as the New Year's resolution thing, what do you buy into all of that? Like I'm a new me. Everyone's like, New Year, new me. Do you buy into the whole New Year's resolution thing where I've got to do here it is, first of the year, time to get my list out. Okay.
A New Year's resolution is the Mac Daddy of all resolutions that we share every year. And what I mean by that is we do it daily. Today I'm going to do this. Today I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it should be
Then
daily.
we do it weekly.
Okay.
Sunday night. Monday morning I'm gonna have the house clean by Sunday afternoon and start my week off great.
And I'm going to start on my diet.
We do that.
I'm going to cheat this weekend and start my diet on Monday,
But the diet
right?
usually is a Mac Daddy thing because it's a continuation of all the resolutions that we have every week, every month. We have seasonal resolutions, spring cleaning. We have resolutions all the time, but a yearly one is the Mac Daddy one that we can all agree to. Kids, families, kids don't know nothing about. They don't know nothing about no spring cleaning and weekly affirmations and all that stuff. But they all say, what are you going to do this year? What are you going to do? How are you going to start your year off? So I get it. It's a pinpoint where everybody can literally agree to talk about how fat we are. After we just
that probably is the number one resolution, I bet.
Number one answer!
I'm going to eat healthy this year,
What's
right?
the number one? Yeah.
I'm going to eat healthy and lose weight this year. That has to be the top resolution.
But while they're doing it, they're saying, hey, I'm not going to drink so much this year. While we're drinking.
Check. I already have that. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I just feel like checking in with yourself and...
Checking in. Yeah, you said that earlier on something.
Yeah, it was on something. Oh, on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And TikTok. Yeah, so checking in with yourself is literally just keeping a journal and setting your intentions for the day. And like you said, you can have intentions for the day, intentions for the week, intentions for the month, intentions for the 6 months, and then the year. So you set intentions, or instead of just in the beginning of the year, say, this year, and then you have this list of things, and then it becomes overwhelming, and then pretty soon, a month later, you're already failing. Because you're not checking in.
But if you are the person that follows lists, you can get it done. I have many pieces of paper around the house that would say what I want to do this spring. I want to write a song a day. I want to write a song a week. I want to do this.
Do you check in, though?
It wasn't about checking in. It was about accomplishing.
But checking in to see if you're doing it, regularly.
And with this house, there was also somebody else's journals and writing, why is it all still here? What? And people hold on to journals, and
it's interesting.
Getting it out of their hand, getting out of their mind into something is funny to me, because, as you said, if you don't go back and read it, then what was the point of putting it out? Are you putting it? Is it a help letter to the hostage negotiator?
Okay, I'll tell you. I believe. First of all, it is interesting if you do a daily journal to go back on it. Your future self will thank you. Believe me. You look back and you start to read, and sometimes it's insightful, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's sad, but it puts things in perspective for you, and you can see the progress and the change, the daily progress and change, because we tend to filter out our memories, right? What I remember from a year ago is just little bits of something that just highlights, right?
Yeah.
But not looking at the whatever was going on in my life at the time. We tend to kind of forget that kind of stuff because, it's easy. It's like, and maybe we don't want to remember it, but it's a good way to check in with yourself, to see where you're at, and I think it's good for everybody, but also the art of writing something out and getting it out, writing it out, it is like a therapy. I believe it's purging.
Right,
it's going to be purging. It feels good. It's almost like if you were to just sit here and vent with a friend or to a therapist. It has that same kind of effect.
I will.
Yeah, here I am, Chris, if you want to vent. Within reason. So there is something to that. It's not like when you're 12 years old and you're keeping a diary and saying, oh my God, I was sitting across from Jacob and he totally smiled at me today. Not like that.
Why did you unlock it and look at it? Why would you read my diary?
Some issues there. Were you the kid?
Every movie script.
Are you the kid that read his sister's diary? No? I don't know. I think you would be. You're a Scorpio. It would make
What's
sense.
a diary now?
A journal.
No.
A diary. Oh, online. Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But you have to keep your own thing. You can only do so much online. That's just what you want people to see. It's
to me, that's what a diary is.
But
a
that's
journal
what you want
is
people
your
to
inner
see.
thoughts.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking
about. A vlog or blog is like my inner thoughts with no filter, blah, blah, blah. I get to rip you a new one because I've been licensed with a vlog or a blog.
Or a podcast.
To be wide open.
A podcast.
Titties in the buff.
I see something else there. I told Chris, I was like, interesting that you enlarged this so big, and
Well, you have it on your shirt. I'm surprised you didn't look.
Ooh. No, but you enlarged it.
It's funny. It's like
so
I should be holding a microphone right there. Oh my God! I should have been holding a microphone.
You should have. Oh, you're right. Why didn't you?
I still can.
Good eye. See, I guess it was good that you blew it up. Literally.
Anyway.
You blew it up, and now you can see.
My nipple's not that like.
Why aren't you holding? Oh, yeah. What happened there? Oh my God! Bring it. Wait. Yeah, it's like that on the shirt. Okay. We can't help but focus on it.
We.
Woo! We all of the
more like me.
The podcast land. The dimensional podcast. Okay, so you didn't read your sister's diaries.
No.
So, okay, this actually is perfect.
She couldn't write.
Jeez.
And I had 2 of them.
It's okay. We
One
have
was
to.
blind,
But now we
and
have to.
one was blind. I can't read Braille.
We have to get them on here now so they can defend themselves because that's not cool. Okay.
Not cool.
This is a transition.
Not cool.
Into the next topic.
Not cool.
What was the worst or like craziest thing you did as a kid or a teenager? As a teenager, like what was your craziest moments? Like what that was awful or that you can.
Craziest
No,
moment?
I'm going to say that you can share. You have to share them. You don't have a choice. What did you do? What were the crazy like? What kind of teenager? Teenagers misbehave. So what was like? What did you do? I don't know. 12. I'm gonna say 12 to. I don't know. 16, 17. Well.
16, 17. 16, 17.
Like 12 to 16, 17. Anytime. Just
I did.
What did you do?
It's not about crazy. It's about.
Well, not crazy.
Being
or bad.
innovative and creative. I ran away from home. Oh.
You ran away from home?
Wow.
This is when a journal helps.
See, and I told this one over here, that one right there, I told this one I don't want these things to be sexual much. Crazy. I don't want to start off.
He did. I don't care, though.
I know you don't care because that's all you want to talk about, sex.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
The point is that my stories that are crazy
are sexual. Of course they're sexual.
You said they're crazy.
And mine isn't.
All right, then here's a nice vanilla crazy
vanilla
story.
latte.
I ran away from home only because I went to my father's girlfriend's house, who would eventually be my stepmother.
So oh gosh, it sounds like the beginning of a porn. Oh jeez.
What porn do you watch that?
Come on, the stepmother? Are you kidding?
You were in a few. I forgot about that.
No, I wasn't. That was in your dreams. It's not reality.
So I went to my stepmother's house, and we had Christmas, and I liked it. And her friend, and God rest her soul, she's passed away as well. They've all passed away. And she had a daughter over at her place called Amy, and a William or whatever, he was in a wheelchair, and he's like, and I don't know if it was not autistic, multiple sclerosis, but he was always laughing.
Multiple. That doesn't.
It was something.
I don't know what. I was going to say that doesn't look like
he was really happy and a good guy, and he could talk to me and
wow.
Anyway, I ran away from home with my stepmother and loved hanging out with them, and then I just went over to Amy's house. We didn't do anything, date or anything, like she was younger, and they had a room, and I just stayed there, and my mom didn't like it, but I stayed there. And she said I could stay, so I stayed. I was driving then, so it would have been 16.
This is the worst.
And our school was like 6 miles away, and I had my stepmother's
bicycle?
Wagon, like the Brady Bunch had. It was a wagon.
A station wagon?
Station wagon. And green. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to drive there, because it got like 8 miles to the gallon, and it was still $1.58 cents a gallon or whatever. And so I literally charged Amy and her friends, who I was living in their house, rides to school instead of the school bus.
You charged them? Okay, so that's the worst thing you did. That's not bad.
No.
No, there could be worse. Oh, no.
That's why I'm not going there. I'm just going. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it Jennifer Amy vanilla.
No, I want you to go there. What are you talking about? You can censor what you say or how you say it, but you need to at least.
It's the new me. It's my resolution.
So you're not being honest. You're not being. Oh, safe word. Safe word.
Pussy. Like that. Cat.
Says the guy who doesn't want to talk about sex anymore.
See? And this
Holy
girl
shit.
comes here to get sex talk. She comes here to get sex talk.
No, I don't.
Because she's tired of using her finger.
It's so
Jesus.
you. If you look back at all the podcast episodes,
I know, and I did.
You are the ones.
And I did.
Bring it up.
Mm-hmm. I did. So
I only talk about it if it just comes up naturally.
And our producer doesn't
kind of like
that.
A penis.
Do you, Jesus? Jesus is
our
not...
producer is... I'm sorry, producer.
He's on a break, actually.
Yeah, that's good, because now I can say whatever I want. So you're not going to tell me... This is honesty.
No.
Then use a safe word because you can't say no. I'm sorry. You agree to truth here. I'll tell you my truth. Some of it may sound bad, but I'll tell you my truth.
I'm sure it sounds bad for a nun, but we'll see.
No, it's not. It's actually not nice.
Craziest?
It's not nice. Something I used to do.
So it's a mean thing.
Kind of.
Which next week, Mean Girls, the musical movie, comes out.
It is kind of
sponsored by Mean Girls, Jennifer Amy style.
I'm not mean now. It was just stupid kid stuff.
Okay, let's go.
You want me? Oh, you want to? So
Proverbial arm
I
wrestle.
used to like to. Is it? I'm not trying to like match you or top you or anything.
Pent up. It's been a month since we made one of these.
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Waiter.
So what I used to do...
Please take our plate away.
Please. Thank you, busboy. So I used to...
Keep it interesting while I'm away.
Sometimes I would make prank calls and things like... But it was mean. It was mean prank calls. It's awful now that I like think back on this.
Or is it?
I have changed though so much, and not only that, I've forgiven myself. That's something everybody needs to do: is forgive yourself for anything.
Yeah, everybody listen to her.
As long as you're growing,
The world dominations by Jennifer Amy will you listen to what she says.
It is for your own well-being to forgive yourself, not just forgive other people.
Forgive yourself.
So something I used to do, sometimes with friends, sometimes not, is I would make like prank calls. And do things like, you won $1 million, and like pretend like someone's won money, and then I would proceed through the phone call to tell them to meet, that you have to show up at this place at this time to pick up the check.
This is when you
and they would get excited. I didn't show up. There's no hooking involved. And they would, I guess, show up or something. It was awful. And then I just feel bad. Like, those people probably showed up. I was young. And
were you alone doing these prank calls?
Sometimes and sometimes not.
Oh,
I had friends.
To do it alone is like an alcoholic drinking alone.
No. I usually did it with somebody because it was more fun, to laugh. You'd laugh. And then there's a couple times when me and my friend would we'd like go through the phone book. There's this thing that was called a phone book back in the day. It was like a big giant book that used to have names and phone numbers and addresses inside of it so that you could look people up. Anyway, so we get the phone book out and we just like start looking and pick a name, call the number, and wait for like a woman to answer, and then ask for, is Richard Johnson there, please? And it's like, no, he's not here right now. Who is this? And I would just make up a name. This is so and so. Who's this? Oh, this is so and so's wife or whatever. I'd be like, oh, what? He didn't tell me he had a wife.
Wow, how cruel!
That was mean. I'm telling you.
Before empathy kicked in.
It was, you're kids. You don't think about the consequences of what that would entail.
I did. I had empathy.
And then, something else. Well, I did have empathy. I felt bad later. Like, I thought about it later. Like, wow. Also, because I was a theater student and I was practicing a lot. Being in the theater and being an actress. I would be practicing, accents and all sorts of things. I would want to try them out. So me and my friend would go in public, and we would just approach people, and I would have this French accent, and and it's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. The men that would try to take advantage of like a 16-year-old girl, thinking she's from another country, and it was bad. But it would trick people into believing this or believing that, and I even convinced. I was in a play, and I was in this like 1700s outfit, and I remember being in my costume, and after there was like a mall next door to the theater that I was in, and so me and my friend went to the mall, and we used to convince people that we were from another time, and we don't know how we got here. The gullibility.
That is brilliant.
The gullibility, though, of people. And I would be crying. I don't know. And people would legitimately be like, you gotta get back to your time. And how did you get here? And I was like, I don't know. And people would believe it.
You're in a mall, so they think you're just like a Disney character. Like,
and but they really bought it. It wasn't like, very cute. No, there were people that literally like trying to figure out, okay, let's retrace your steps. What happened? What do you remember? How do you remember getting here? And they really believed it. And I was like, wow. So good. But then I would never. I mean, that is just.
You wouldn't
that
do
was
it
an
now?
acting. No, not that. No. I would do the accent thing or something like that. That's fun. As long as you're not like trying to trick people or do something deceitful. Right. Right. I mean, that was kind of fun. The whole time travel.
You get
thing,
enough of that every day. Calls.
So that was like the worst thing I did as like a teenager. I wasn't or skipped school. I skipped school sometimes. Did you skip school too? Or classes? Did you? Yeah. Oh, I would go in the bathroom sometimes if I didn't want to go to a class, and me and my friend would like go in the bathroom and hide and giggle and pass notes and stuff like that. That was about it.
Yeah. Again, a lot of it, as she said, I'm a Scorpio. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is.
So I was fascinated by all the boinking going on around.
Oh my gosh. Here you go.
Go. See, what's the point? I don't want to be redundant. I have no desire to be redundant. So I'll just keep it till I die.
No, it's not redundant. We want to know what was in your weird Scorpio mind at age, like, 15. Or do we? Is that what you're saying? We don't want to know this? Is it too much?
Well, you want a pervert story then? That's what you're baiting me for?
No.
That's all you're going to get from
I just asked what the worst thing you did was.
Worse insinuates what did I do to somebody else bad.
Or
okay, worse means...
What bad things did you do?
To other people is what it really comes down to.
No, it could be to yourself. You could have been doing drugs. I don't know.
There's no... Doing what?
Drugs.
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. You could be to yourself, too. It doesn't have to be to other people.
And if I was doing pot, that's not a drug anymore. It's fun. Woo.
No. I mean...
No. My thing was always curiosity. And a friend of mine's cousin and a friend of mine playing guitar, we would go to the park and drive to Tom Brown Park.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they'd be in the car, and they're boinking right next to me, and I'm just watching it going, that's interesting. Wow, I don't want any of that. I don't want seconds or any of that. And it was just bizarre because I wanted out of the house, and that's what you did. We didn't have TikTok. And I'm so tired of that phrase, too. We didn't have TikTok. We didn't have MySpace. We didn't have...
He had a cave and 2 sticks. That's how he entertained himself.
Right. So the reality is that to kill time to go outside and to watch me go out the back door downstairs of my house and my sister looking out the window watching me, where are you going? And then telling mom, the next day, like, I went out. I went to Tom Brown Park. I was in a car and I drove to them and they're next to me like 4 inches, 2 feet away from me. And then there's a point where you're like, you're going to roll the window down, all that stuff. And not partaking in it and just voyeuristically watching it was bizarre. It was very bizarre and not something I feel guilty about, not something weird about. Because I feel like when you're a researcher...
Oh, that's a nice way to put it.
Well, that's what
I was researching.
If you're researching it and you go back to the station wagon and I don't know how to tint windows, go back to my station wagon and I get a girlfriend and we go, let's tint the windows. What's the cheapest way to tint windows? Tinfoil. And I'm taping tinfoil to the windows in the back.
And that's
so that
when the aliens came to get him.
Oh, we're going to use comedy in my unveiling of my truth.
Well, you're making light of the tinfoil, so I had to add into it, something. Okay.
It made a good roaster in the sun. That's what I realized after about a week of doing that. Like, why is it so hot back there? Well, the sun's
you're baking,
hitting it, and I think the worst thing was Barracuda. A Barracuda car took me and the girlfriend to a golf course, got on the golf course, drove on the golf course, parked somewhere, did some business and read the Bible, right? Jesus?
He's
right?
turned his back on you. He's turned his back on you.
Read a story.
He's like literally facing the other direction.
Or Buddha. And literally,
Buddha's okay.
Literally, I had to call my dad
Rub his belly.
at 1 a.m. and go, Dad. He goes, what are you calling me? Where are you? The car is stuck. The Barracuda was stuck in the sand pit of a golf course, and it had to be towed out the next day. But he came and got me.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah. But after a while, being the third kid down, they don't care anymore. Like, you know, you're not doing drugs.
That's why you're the way you are. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I probably got in
another
trouble.
piece of the puzzle. Okay.
True. Keep going, because I got to charge this thing while it's...
Okay, so is that your story? Or are you done?
That's it.
Okay, Invincible Man.
Story.
So,
You like?
I want to know, like, as a kid, what was your most irrational fear? Like, what is there anything that you were afraid of that you're like, why was I so afraid of that thing as a kid? Because I have something, but I want to know what what you think your most irrational fear was as a kid. What are you doing? You look lost.
I'm having to charge the thing before it dies.
Oh, okay. So, here we go. So what was your most irrational fear as a child, Chris?
Irrational fear?
As a kid, as a child.
I know that we've talked about this.
Did we? Did we talk about this? Or maybe you did.
Yeah, in an earlier episode. My most irrational fear as a child was...
Did we talk about this already?
No, not the question. I'm answering the same way.
Oh, okay.
It was not in a questionable way.
Okay.
A Viewmaster. I had a Viewmaster, and if you're fancy, you had a Viewmaster that literally... Okay, is that your stomach or your butt?
my faux Stanley.
Your $50 half off $25 Stanley Cup.
My Target.
Made by the same company, I'm sure.
No, I don't think so.
Different brand, different.
It's called Reduce.
Salesman, Walmart salesman.
Go ahead. ADD.
So, Viewmaster, and I had all of the Apollo Viewmaster cards that you looked at, and Viewmaster. And then the best part is I had a Viewmaster projector. Wow, thank you, therapist, because I never remembered that. Because
you're welcome.
You can put the Viewmaster
That'll be $150, please.
Yeah, a real therapist wouldn't interrupt me telling the story. How did you feel about that, Chris? So I literally put the Viewmaster slide in there and I projected on a wall. Hence my life later in life doing projectors. I didn't know that. I didn't know why.
There you go.
Where that came from. Why I like projecting things. So make things bigger than they are.
Yeah.
So all the Apollo Viewmasters.
Okay.
The one shot freaked me out was a camera was shooting the world, our world, and the little Apollo thing. The little Apollo capsule was being was a picture of the capsule, and that world was so big, and the little thing behind it of them flying back to Earth, I believe. I don't know how the camera was out the window. I don't know how it was taken, but it always freaked me out, and very irrational to be freaked out by it, because it showed the difference between small and big, and how big the world is.
Oh, it made you feel insignificant?
To man. Yeah. Always. It was very. It triggered my whole existence of seeing that, because it was so dramatic.
You know what's interesting about that, though? Is that you can look at that two different ways. It's like glass half full or empty, right?
The Ecumenical Intuitive Enlightenment Initiative Organization, or EIEIO. Guru Pitka had a farm. EIEIO. And on that farm, he did no harm. EIEIO. Okay.
If I sit like this any longer, I'm gonna pop my dink bag. Shh.
Listen up.
You could look at it like, oh, that makes me feel so small. Or another way of looking at it is, wow, the possibilities. This universe is so big, and the possibilities are endless. You could look at it from either perspective, and you chose the glass is half empty.
Well, that That's cute.
No, we didn't.
No, that's cute. But go bragging moment. I just saw the Sphere in Vegas, and when you walk in and they start that film and you see a giant...
And God bless the United States.
Start that film and you see an elephant coming at you, and it's so massive. Talking about working on issues, I got over it real quick because I know what it is. It's just a giant TV wrapped around half your visualization, and then I look across and I look over and I see somebody in a seat way over there to the left of me, and I'm looking at this massive elephant with a tusk, and there's a human that's me over here to the left. I thought about that shot, that Apollo shot. But it didn't hurt or freak me out this time because I had more control of understanding.
Hey, maybe that was the universe's way of like showing you how far you've come since then.
Or branding made me go buy a ticket to watch a 50-minute film for $111.
And it worked, didn't it? It worked. So that was your irrational fear. Okay, that's interesting.
What's your fear?
Did you hold on to it for years though? Did it resonate with you for years, or was it just in a moment?
Resonated for years.
It did, okay.
But it wasn't
that's
like
what I was wondering.
It wasn't scary.
No,
I could look at it, but it was very jarring.
It was an epiphany that you had. So my irrational fear is silly, but I had two. One, thank you to all the animated cartoons in my youth. I had an irrational fear of quicksand.
Ah, yes. Gilligan's Island. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Gilligan's Island.
I know.
But quicksand, and which is silly because, like, where are you going to find quicksand? Well, I always used to think, okay, maybe I'm being silly. So this is like the law of attraction working, like the proof of law of attraction. I used to really like think about it. I used to have nightmares about being in quicksand. Well, when I was 9, I went on an adventure with my brother. We trespassed into these woods and went up this hill, and we came back down, and there was like no way down but this cliff with this pit below, and I had to try to slide down the cliff. That was the only way back. To go back the other way, we had encountered like prickers and stuff that we had to go through, and it was like scratching us up. I know it sounds like a weird adventure movie
Indiana?
Or something.
What state?
This was in Kentucky.
Louisville,
Kentucky area. So I slid down. Down the freaking cliff, this big cliff, and what did I land in?
No way!
I swear, quicksand, you guys, quicksand.
Quit yelling, you're gonna.
I can't. I know it's just so funny. It's like, what are the chances? Because it's such an irrational fear to have a fear of quicksand. Now, either I attracted that moment to me, or maybe as a child I was psychic.
Okay.
I was predicting it. So I landed in the quicksand, and it literally started swallowing me up. I got out, but I lost my boot. It went down in the quicksand. And yeah, it was crazy, and I was crying. I was like,
how old?
Going up. 9. But I had this fear since I was like 5 or so. Whenever I first saw quicksand, probably
I've never seen it.
On a cartoon or two. They used to have all these...
They
made a big deal out of in real life, you're saying. Okay. I know. Who would think?
What is it?
It's literally like...
fine-grained sand?
The sand, or it could be like mud or clay that literally, you when you're stepping on it, you just start sinking down into it, and you can't move. You can't, like, if you get to a certain point, you cannot move your body.
Is it water-based, or is it just sand that's...
I think in the desert it's like sand. It's just sand. But this had water, and I was being swallowed up. So it was technically like clay, but you could die if you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you sink down, you can't move. You can't get out.
Come on, pull it out! Come on! Somebody help! Hurry up, going back. Come on! Help! Come on, you got it. That's it. Pull it out. Come on, I'm sinking, man. Pull this thing out of here. Come on. Pull it out. That's it. Come on.
Hey! Can you get lifeguard or call 911? Please hurry. It's an emergency.
I can't reach it, man. Throw it again. Pull. Somebody help! Hurry up, I'm going down. Help! Come
Come on, Sean, you gotta grab it! Another inch! I can't reach it, man! Throw it again! Throw it again! Help! Hurry up, I'm going down! Somebody help! Come on, reach it! Throw it again! Let me help! Come on, Sean, pull it! Come on, fellas, I'm sinking, man! Pull this thing out of here! Come on!
Dude, that's not gonna work!
Throw it again! Sean, grab it! Come on! I can't reach it! Keep going!
Here! Watch out! Here, come on! I got you, okay?
Come on!
It's not working! He's too deep! Okay, wait here! Take my keys! Go get my bike lock!
What for? What are you talking about? Let go!
Come on!
I got it!
You're gonna be okay! Hold on! Where is he?
I got it! What do you want me to do? Hurry up!
Strip that tubing off and toss it to me!
I'm going down!
You're gonna be okay! Dude, hold me!
Here!
Flip it! It's okay.
Hang in there, Sean! Here you go! Here, take!
Put this in your mouth so you can breathe! Hold it! Don't let go! Don't let go! Pull! Don't let go!
No! Hold him! Hold him! I'm gonna get him out!
No! Hey guys, he's buried in the sinkhole! Is he still alive? Yeah, I've got his hand! He's breathing through this tube!
Come on, Janie, get a paddleboard. Cody, hook up the winch.
Hold on, dude, they're here, okay?
All right. Hang on. Got his legs.
More slack! More slack.
All right.
It's coming, hold on, man!
Okay, he's on. Pull me up. You got him?
Don't let go of it!
All right. Take it up, Alex.
Hold on! Here it goes!
All right. Okay. All right. Slow breaths. Okay.
You okay, man?
Oh, yeah. All right.
They'll swallow in the cartoon. They would or movies. They would swallow the person up, and then they couldn't
I'll
get
have
out.
to Google that later. Where can I find quicksand?
Quicksand, yeah. Where can you find
friends.
quicksand? So this really happened to me. So I was psychic, and that was like a prediction, like or did I attract it to me?
Yeah.
One of the two. I want to tell you my second fear though.
Wow.
I still have a fear of spiders, but when we lived in New Albany, Indiana, we lived next to the woods, so there was a lot of wilderness, and I came out of the bathroom. I went down the hallway, and right in the middle of the floor, this giant spider. It was like, it looked poisonous. It was colorful. It might have been, but it had colors. It could have been because it had like orange on it, and it was giant and furry looking. So it was probably a tarantula. It was in the middle of the floor. My mom came in because I was like, "Oh my god!" My mom came in and was screaming and freaking out, and I think my dad ended up coming in and taking it, killing it, or something, and flushing it down the toilet. So my irrational fear after that was when I went to the bathroom that it was going to come out of the toilet.
Oh, and
I would or my butt. Oh my gosh, Chris. No. Yeah, and
Sorry,
bite me,
Jesus.
and like bite me or something. Exactly. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
So that was another
Jesus.
irrational fear of mine, and I always thought about that, even years later. Like if something.
Do you still have it?
No, but you know what though? Not too long ago, there was a spider that they had found in Olive Garden, a poisonous spider. Did you hear about this? That was like in the toilet seats.
No.
People were going to the bathroom, like right under the toilet seat. It was like living under the toilet seat.
One spider.
Well, I think it was one, but people were going and getting bit by this spider, and then they had to go to the hospital, and they were getting sick, and I don't know if it killed anybody, but I heard that on the news, and I'm like, oh, that's like my fear.
Not Olive Garden. Sponsored by not Olive Garden.
It was a poisonous spider that did come out. So, is it that irrational, Chris, my fear? I mean, it really happened to people.
Well, they do it
didn't
with
happen to me.
Snakes. That's irrational.
No,
snakes coming out of the toilet.
Well,
But are
this
you going to
really
live your life
happened.
taking poops and shits and pees and poops and?
So there is some spiders do live under your toilet. You do have to check. By the way, they do. Like brown recluses sometimes will get up under there because it's like.
That's why I've always said it's so important to go to those Home Depot seminars where they teach you plumbing, and you understand how plumbing works, and you understand how to fix your toilet and you know.
Do you know how to do that?
Vermin proof it. Yeah, I replaced these 3 toilets. I got a bitch slapping last week from my sister and my niece because they don't like this toilet downstairs because it's too low.
I didn't like your toilet paper.
It's too low.
I don't like your toilet paper.
I don't care. I'm not talking about toilet paper. I'm talking about my toilet.
I'm talking about your toilet paper.
What's wrong with a fucking sock? Left over from...
I don't know, Chris. Tell me. Your sock puppet?
Are we done with me
Your sock puppet? This isn't all about you. Okay, no.
Apparently it is.
Oh, gosh. So, I want to talk about... Okay, let's talk about a lighter note.
Lighter
note.
Okay.
We're talking about fears. It was like getting like dark. And what is your happy place, Chris? What is your happy place? Where do you...
My happy place is... 2 things, either shocked by an experience that's perfect,
Okay.
My happy place mostly has always been quiet and serenity and no stress and nobody agitating me and just being quiet.
Okay.
And having enough clarity.
So not being around me.
Especially in a boat.
Oh gosh, to talk about that was not a happy place for me. The boat.
Hey Chris, so where's your happy place? Yeah.
It's on a boat. I get seasick. I get seasick, and so he took me on a boat, and I wanted to throw up all over him.
In a onesie.
Oh, it was awful. Oh. So,
but I remember
what about your... Okay.
You asked me that question in the boat.
Because we didn't air the episode.
And I answered it, and I didn't answer it right, and I forgot how I answered it because she had a premeditated answer that would correct the whole phrase of the question.
Your place. I said place. That's a state of mind, or that is something... I'm talking about a physical place that you go to feel good.
Well, I've now been there. I've been to London. I've been to Bath. I've been to the yang of my yin of the grass is always greener.
Keep it clean. Whew. Okay.
The grass is always greener. Correct. I have now learned in the past 2-3 months about grounding. I've learned about getting back to what I used to do as a kid, which would be nature. But I like controlled nature. I don't want to sweat. I don't want spiders. I don't want bugs on my feet. I mean, I'll deal with the spiders and talk to them, but I was raised around Junior Museum where we saw animals and birds, and we'd sit there in the bird sanctuary and watch the birds fly and look at all the labels of the birds that were actually outside the window from us.
So I can't take you hiking?
No, I love all that stuff.
You like hiking now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want to do 113 degree temperature anymore.
Oh, no, I am not about that. It has to be cool for me to hike. I can't stand that. I don't like this.
But that's also a simplifying of life because when you get yourself there are people that we know that are addicted to Disneyland. And they can go and they can go and they can go and they can go. And I'm sure there's Six Flagsians.
Six Flagians?
I've made that up.
Flagians.
Six Flagsians who love their Six Flags and go like,
really?
We're going on the roller coaster. I'm going on the roller coaster. You can get really, really high.
Oh my God, we should totally go to Disneyland and do a podcast episode.
But there's...
I'm not a big Disney fanatic like these people are. It's fun, but no. There are people that go like every week
the purses,
right?
They buy
oh
the
yeah, but they go
sweatshirts.
every week and they're like Disney everything, movies. It's like
it's a wonderful vortex.
It's
a wonderful brand
revolves around Disney. It's fun to go, but not like that.
It's a good brand.
Yeah. We should totally go though. Why are we?
So that's my happy place.
Disney.
Being out, experiencing other cultures now. Anything that this country, this place that I live bores me now, and now I'm aware of it, and I'm happy that I'm aware.
Because you're in Santa Clarita, Chris.
Not sponsored by the Santa Clarita Welcome Committee, although a victim of its upbringing, who created a son, a spawn, who lived here.
It wasn't my upbringing. Oh, goodness.
So that would be my answer.
Okay. I understand.
There's only so much life left in all of us, and the minute you're born, there's only so much life. Yes, there's so much ahead of you, and there's so much left, but I know that seeing other places in a comfortable, controlled setting. Don't treat it like you're going camping. Like, where are we going to stay tonight?
I like camping. I like camping.
I know that. I mean, not knowing where you're going to go. When you go camping, most people have a plan. They go, we're staying at this place, and we've registered, and we have this spot, and we're going to get this spot. That's the way we did it all the time in Florida as a kid. You know, we went to caverns, and we went to register, and there's so many pictures in my photo album of us camping with family tent that had 2 rooms.
Tent. That's what I was going to ask.
2 rooms. Tents. I loved all that.
Yeah, that's fun.
I loved doing that, but you have to be back to that mindset, not because you're trying to bookend life, but because you remember what was good. A lot of things that I've done in the last, 15, 14 years was the good for somebody else's ideas, whatever they were. Let's go to a fancy party. Let's go to a movie. Let's go to a movie. Let's go to a movie. Let's go to let's drink wine. I catered to somebody else's wants and needs, but I didn't focus on what I wanted to do without being a narcissist. And and now it's about.
But you got something from that, obviously. It wasn't just.
I absolutely did. And there's sprinkles of it. There's sprinkles of it through my life still that I enjoy. But we also come back and go, those people are so damn shallow. There is nothing grounded about these people. But people get together because they want to create a tribe. They want to create a village. They want to create a group of people that are substantially runts. They're adopted. They're creating something that's not naturally created. Like me reconnecting with my actual family has been interesting.
Oh.
Interesting and tough. Kind of like my Christmas day I spent with this one over here, Ja Rule, and I called it pleasant. It was pleasant. And for me to say it's pleasant is a compliment and a nice thing, because it was very,
this wasn't interesting.
It was very not over the top. It was very real, and it was very simple.
It just is. It just was.
Yeah.
That's how everything should be. It shouldn't be. No, people get all stressed out. Like they put expectations on things, and then they're always let down, because the worst thing you could do is put a lot of expectations on things. You'll be an unhappy person, because if you're a happy person, you don't need those expectations.
Well, I will say this, in compliments to the chef and compliments to the present maker, my God, it looked like a Macy's Day, store wrappings. I mean, there's remnants of the wrappings still here.
That's me. I know, yeah, the pro wrapper.
And the
we're talking gift food. Wrapper, not a wrapper.
yeah, brother.
Definitely not.
Brother.
Oh, you don't want to see that. No.
All right, so it's time now.
Happy. I just want to mention my happy place. Oh, my happy place. Simple. I'm not going to go into it too deep. The forest. I feel in touch with all of me, my whole being. Don't make a joke about that, but I do. I feel like my higher self. She
wants to touch herself in the forest.
I am the highest version of me in this reality when I am in nature in the forest. That's how I feel. The forest. Okay, what were you gonna say?
That it's time for your questions, but yours are.
Are they up here?
Yeah, they'll be up there.
Oh boy.
These will be fast.
Is this like a game show? Do I win something? Are you answering them too? You got to answer them too.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, but I answered them too.
I know, but we're at 51 minutes.
What the hell?
We're wrapping up the show.
Oh my God, I have a dirty joke. No, not dirty. Yeah, I have jokes.
You can save it for later.
Oh, I want to see what I want my jokes too. Like, hurry.
Okay. These questions were not seen by her or
I have the. I'm gonna just.
Let's make sure I'm still recording.
Bell?
You're still recording?
I don't know.
Am I still recording? Yes, you're still recording.
Oh, unfortunately. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, bitch. Okay. All right, this will be fast, and you just answer.
Lightning
but don't,
round?
Yeah.
Okay, I have my bell here. And what was the word? The safe word? Pussy?
There's no,
Yes,
pussy
okay.
cat.
Pussycat, sorry. Sorry,
All right,
Jesus.
Here we go. And
thoughts on AI and using filters online. We already did the AI thing.
I'm asking the questions.
But, okay, I already answered AI. I'm not going to do it again.
What are your thoughts on AI and using filters online? Then
I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
Are you going to stare at the question or the cameras?
It's a double-edged sword. It's like I feel like there's a use for it as long as it's not overdone. Just like what I showed you. Remember that picture I showed you of somebody who filtered themselves so much their nose disappeared, like completely disappeared on their face. They had no nose. That's funny if you're meaning for it to be funny. So I think there's a use for it as long as it's, done the right way.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, come help me, Jesus.
So this is the filter.
Ooh.
And that's your son.
That's not my literal son, you guys. They're going to take that seriously. Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right. And so your point?
No point. I'm not answering the questions.
Okay, there's a such thing as revenge.
You need to look at the camera.
I have to look at this too.
No, I'm not changing it.
I know. I have to take it in. Okay. There's a lot going on here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the hair over here. It's like blonde, but then dark. I don't know.
It's astounding how AI can do such amazing.
Okay.
It even put shine in the glasses. Like there's a reflection of a picture that was not even taken.
It kind of looks like my glasses too, which is weird. How does it know that?
That's her with no hair.
Okay, go on. Move on.
We're done with weird pictures.
Is that it? Oh.
Promise we're done with weird pictures.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever attempted to swallow toothpaste? Attempted? No. I've done it, but no, that is a very weird question. I made my brother do it though. I made him on a dare, but okay. What music would you choose to play every time you walk into a room? What's the one? I am woman.
I am woman, hear me roar. No, I am woman, hear me roar.
Something like that. I just.
I'm a woman.
Yeah, that one. That one. I don't know why. That's just like I'm not just strutting into a room like that. Like,
whoa.
Okay. Who's the fifth person on your missed calls? Missed. Oh, okay. It'd be funny if it was you.
Probably your
1, 2, 3, 4. It's you! Look, it's you.
Wow. Oh, is that the day I called 4 times in a row and you were snapping?
I was out. No, I think I was outside or something. Yeah, that's hilarious. If man developed from monkeys, why do we still? I have said this many times.
Have you?
I don't, because I think this is an episode about how I think our creation was not. I think that it was intervened and manipulated by other beings. That we didn't just go from monkeys
that is
evolution.
Beautiful.
So there might have been monkey DNA in there, but it was
placed later.
It was placed, yeah. So no, I mean that's part of our DNA recipe. But that's not all there is. It's what I believe. So
that's a whole nother special episode.
That's a topic we could talk about. If man developed chance to invent a country, what would you name it? If I had why did I say man? If I had a chance to invent a country, what would you name it? Gentopia.
That's a planet.
Okay. then I'm gonna move to another planet. No, that can be yours, Chrysanus.
Jennifer Amy Hole.
Gentopia, because I would want it to be a utopian place. So.
Oh, would it be right next to Wakanda?
No, I don't watch that shit. Wow. I don't watch Disney. Talk about Disney.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. I'm just keep looking at the pictures. What are 2 things that you think are normal, but become really strange when you do them repeatedly. Okay, wait. So what 2 things that I think are normal but become strange when you do them repeatedly? Strange when I do them repeatedly. Dishes. That's not natural.
That seems strange. Well, then
no,
use a washing machine.
I know.
Or your staff. Why doesn't your staff do the dishes?
So I need staff. I'm hiring guys. I don't know. There's just, I think anything that's manual now, it's almost like, why are we still doing this? There's got to be a easier, whenever I do something manually, sometimes it's like, there's got to be an easier way. Maybe I'm just ahead of my time, like in my thinking. Like maybe I'm thinking in the future, like, isn't there an invention for this already that we don't have to do this anymore? It's just anything that's like manual and tedious. Yeah. It's just, okay. Which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face? Oh, come on. That's not right. Donald Trump. I don't know. He's just a dick. But I mean, I just don't want to badmouth celebrities.
The girl who literally made prank calls as a kid and didn't care that women were, husbands.
Well, I do care now. I do care.
Divorced.
I do care. I was a kid too. That's this funny thing. Why is it so difficult for women to apply mascara with their mouths closed? I don't know. That's an age-old question that no one solved.
Act like you're applying mascara. No, you can't do it, can you?
Well, no, I'm not doing it, so yeah.
So why is that?
If we close our mouths, it may poke us in the eye. I don't know. Maybe our mouths and our eyes are like connected, and it's like if you open your mouth, you won't poke yourself in the eye. I really don't know. This is like, how come no one has solved this? Hey, there we go. That's like that last question. Okay. This is like a what do you call it?
That's it.
Slideshow of.
That was it. So I believe we hit the hour mark, ladies and
Now
gentlemen.
I'm dinging the bell.
Place it back where it belongs.
Oh, on a stand.
And hopefully
Cute
this
little
will be
stand.
our winter set for the winter, because we don't like cold. I mean, we like cold. I like cold, but
I love cold.
But not outside.
Oh, no.
Cars.
Oh, yes. Cozy. Fireplaces, coffees,
and
hot
I will
chocolates.
teach this woman how to use her iPad, and so she can do a presentation just as I did with her. With questions with Keynote. It's a very simple brought to you by Keynote.
Okay, well.
And she'll bring it over next time, and I'll show her how to do it. Very simple.
Will I now? Okay, say goodbye to Jesus too. He's left the room. He's left the building. Well, he's left the building. He's done. He's like, I want no part of this. You are so crazy. You are so crazy.
And he is gone.
He's gone forever.
Bye.
Bye. Oh wait, we gotta do it. Well, we can't do it.